Yeah, are you gonna show the peeps your tail? Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Oh, nice shake. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Pens and Tea. My name is Carrie, and today we're going to continue on with our top 5 series, wrapping up 2021, beginning 2022. And today, as you can tell by the title, is the top 5 pens that I would like to purchase in 2022, if possible. They are expensive, which is why they're like, I would love to buy if I could. In all likelihood, I'm sure I won't be able to. 2022, my condo's gonna be ready, so more money will be going in there. As I've mentioned in the last couple of videos, I am gonna be starting a Patreon page. So if I can have enough folks help support me and the channel over on Patreon, then I may be able to get a few of these to review for you guys. My goal, or one of the goals, is to basically have a list of things that I want to buy to review for you guys, and then open it up to polls for Patreon folks to then vote, essentially, to choose which one I actually get. There's going to be exclusive sales for you guys, the things that I sell. There's going to be exclusive content, a whole bunch of stuff. If I haven't already just posted a video outlining all the details, then stay tuned for that. My goal is to have it up and running by the end of January 2022, and explaining in more detail of why I have finally caved and done it, because I've been pretty fearful, but I won't use any more of this video talking about that. So in no particular order, these 5 that I've written down, I'm going to overlay photos of, because I don't have any of these 5, obviously, to show you. The first one, though, I sort of ish do. Kind of. A little bit. And that is, I want to get a Visconti Homo Sapiens. I do already have one, technically. If I can open this drawer without spinning too much, which apparently is impossible. I do have the Visconti Homo Sapiens Midnight in Florence. And I do love this pen. But for those who have watched many of my videos, you'll know that I reviewed a pen from Pen Venture that Emmy sent me. It was actually his personal pen. And it was his exclusive, now sold out, Visconti Homo Sapien Pen Venture design. So it was the lava version, but the entire body was red instead of the lava. And it was a demo version. And that pen just had my heart from day one. While I still don't love the aesthetic of that one in particular, I get why it was red, for the passion, all that kind of stuff. Check out the video where I go into detail about it. What really got me with that one is that was the first Visconti pen I've ever used with a gold nib instead of their typical palladium. It was also tuned by Emmy himself because it was his personal pen. It was an extra fine nib, and it just, it hit me in all the right places. It hit me in all the right places. It was smooth. It was super wet. It was responsive. It was one of the best writing experiences I've ever had. And so now I very, 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 very much want to get my own. The reason, because the regular Visconti Homo Sapiens is a relatively, I'm sorry, I'm picking out eye crusties in front of you all. This is how comfortable we've become. The regular Visconti Homo Sapiens is expensive. Do not get me wrong. And I've actually had one in the past and had a poor experience with it, which is why I never filmed it. That was back in the day when I didn't really review things if it wasn't like a balanced review, negative to positive, or just generally positive. Now, I don't care. Whatever opinion I have, you all get. I don't hold back anymore. I mean, heck, there was a reason why just like TWSBI was a thing. Woo! Anyway, so I never ended up filming a review. I since sold it to somebody who loved all the things I hated about it, and that is the beautiful thing about pens. Yes, I'm wearing a Christmas sweater. If I can get my hair out of the way. And yeah, I also just snapped my bra. Oh, yeah. It's not Zozo, it's 2020. But anywho, so I do want to get another one. I want to get it specifically from Emmy because he tunes these pens to perfection. But I'm torn on which one I actually want to get if I can, because I would like to get one with the window. I don't want the entire body to be shown, but I want the one with the little window because it drives me nuts not being able to see large volumes of ink and be able to judge where I'm at. So I definitely want to get that. I'm also torn now because the dark crystal one is out and it's so pretty, but they're so expensive. So those are the two, but yeah, I do want to get it specifically from Emmy in an extra fine nib with the gold nib and have him tune it because it's just unreal. Another pen that I really want to get that is not quite as expensive is another Pilot Custom 74. I do currently have one in the regular blue version, but I think, and I'm torn, I don't know. I think I might sell this one despite the fact that I'm rubbing it all over my face and I love it. I love it so much. But I think I might sell it because then it won't be so bad to get another. I want to get the ice blue version. I think it's called ice blue. The one that just came out in the medium nib, which is what I have in this. I also love the forest green. I also love the teal. I also love like the burgundy color that came out. In a perfect world, I'd have all of them in a perfect world. But it's just excessive and I don't have the funds for that. So I think I may end up selling this pen to fund the other one in the color that I want. But I haven't made up my mind yet. We'll see what 2022 brings. But I think that's what I might end up doing. Because I adore this pen. I love it quite a bit. I have a thing for Pilot, always have, always will. But I want that color. So that's probably, and by probably, I mean, that is the least expensive pen that I have on this list. Another one that I have that I've used the like-minded ones before is the Platinum Tortoise Celluloid. So I do have, again, the regular Platinum 3776. This one has a fine nib that I've known and used and loved for many, many, many years. It has a Parker hair on it, which you can't see because my camera's not that good. So I have this, but I love the celluloid versions. A friend of mine actually lent me a couple different ones. There's the Calico one, the Koi one, I feel like one other, but I can't quite remember. And I've done reviews on this channel of the celluloid versions, but I love the tortoiseshell. And they don't make them anymore, so I think I'm gonna have to start picking it up soon or seriously thinking about it soon. Because that one in particular is the one that I want. I don't really like the aesthetic of the others, but I love the aesthetic of the tortoiseshell one. So I really want to get that one. Another one that I want to get, which is very expensive, is the Pilot Custom Urushi model. I only have, I need to get it up. I'm going to make another thing at the end of camera equipment that I want because this tripod is trash. I have an Urushi pen for the Wancher Dream pen. This is the only Urushi pen that I have, but I love the material. It feels so flippin' good in my hand. And this one in particular, I know the custom Urushi won't show this because it's just all black, but I do love the variations in a Tamanaki finish as this as well. But the Pilot Custom Urushi is a massive pen. It has a very famous nib for being also massive. It's bigger than like the Montblanc 149, which I also do want to get, but like it didn't make my top 5. Same with the Platinum Pelican M1000. I also want to get that one, but didn't make my top 5. I want that one because I flippin' love Pilot pens. They're phenomenal in pretty much checks every box that I have as far as writing experience goes. But it's super expensive, especially because Canada sucks to get anything fountain pen related. It's so expensive, and like there's import stuff, and it's just like, but that is definitely on my list. I'd like to add another Urushi pen to my collection, and that one is just a beast of a pen that I would love to get my hands on. And then the final one, I don't have a set pen for, mostly because I just want to have a Mach-E pen in my collection. I don't own any Mach-E. I have never used a true Mach-E pen. I've used like, I don't remember exactly what it's called. You'll write in the comments section down below to correct me, I'm sure. But just the ones where they screen it and then they print it on that way. It's not actually a piece of like incredibly detailed art. It is still art, don't get me wrong. But it's like, you know, an Instagram photo versus like an art installation. So like, I don't have anything in particular. Most likely, it would be of the Pilot or Pelican variety, from everything that I have seen thus far, but they are incredibly expensive because they are incredibly painstakingly beautiful, time-consuming pieces of artwork. So I doubt that I would get one this year, but it is always in my top 5 of things to get, because it is just stunning. So that is what I have for my top 5. Like I said, there are more pens that I want. I want to do the big 3, the Mont Blanc 149, the Pelican M1000, and the Sailor King of Pens, but they're super expensive. I've done the Mont Blanc 149 a million years ago, but I would like to get my hands on all 3 of them to compare them all for you guys, not only individually, but all together and all that kind of stuff. But like I said, super expensive. I mean, if for whatever reason my Patreon page just like blows the hell up, then maybe, but I mean, probably not. I'm not expecting super big things from the Patreon page. I'm just throwing it out there. But anyways, I also want to get a few bits of camera equipment. I need a new tripod, first of all. And I would love to get a better setup in general, again, depending on how that Patreon page goes. That is going to have to be a must, because this tripod, I've got tape in 3 different places. So that's gonna have to be a must. But you know, better lighting, better sound, better camera, those things will potentially come in time. I don't know. But the pens are pens. So what do you guys think of my top 5 list? Do you have any of my top 5 list? If you do, let me know in the comment section down below. What's your top 5? They do not have to be all as expensive as mine are. I realize that these are ridiculous, but I kind of figured twofold. One, if it's gonna be a top 5, it might as well be a top 5. Doesn't necessarily mean it's achievable, but it's there. And then I just sort of figured, like, you know, go for the gusto. And if it's not super expensive, then I would probably just buy it anyways. So it wouldn't necessarily be on a list because I'd just get it. Anywho, so let me know what your top 5 pens are down below. I'm going to go play with Parker because she's at my feet, driving me nuts. And yeah, so hit the like button if you liked it. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more like it every Monday and Friday. And my book stuff on Tuesday, because that's coming back in 2022. Yes, I know, baby. So yeah, stay tuned. And if you're still watching almost 15 minutes in, you're the reason why I make these videos. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye.